Hello everyone, just a quick video. I am literally standing at the front door of my house. I've just got home from picking up this massive lot of gijoes and accessories from a cash converter store just down the road from me. The story is that I saw it on eBay last night and it had a starting bid of about 300 Australian dollars or a buy it now price of 600 Australian dollars. There was about 100 figures in the photographs, so I just took the plunge, took a bit of a gamble, and grabbed it at the buy it now price for 600 bucks. And here I am at home now, ready to sift through it. Just want to show you what's in here. See if I can get this open. Here we go. So yeah, there's about 100 figures in here. Just gonna be amazing to sift through all of this. Can't wait to do it. Looks like Dusty the dog wants to give me some help. Hey Dusty, what are you doing? Yeah, Dusty the dog's gonna help me out. But yeah, there's heaps of good stuff in here. There's some Tiger Force stuff. There's some Sky Patrol stuff. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting through this. And then obviously there's a whole bunch of accessories as well. So I'll just quickly see if I can open this up. Yeah, as you can see, lots of accessories. Just gonna sit here and see what I can marry up and perhaps put together and put some complete figures into bags. So I'll go and do that at my kitchen table, and when I've done that, I'll check back in with you guys, showing off exactly what I've got here. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, and believe it or not, it's been the best part of a week since I recorded that little introductory snippet where I just got home from picking up this lot. I've spent most nights this week going through these figures and these accessories, sort of matching up figures with accessories, reassembling broken figures. Yeah, it's been heaps of fun. It's been awesome. And my wife was interested as well, which is something that hasn't really happened before. She sat with me on her laptop looking at gijoe and 3D Joes online, which are really good resources for collectors. So if you haven't been there, go and check them out. Show them some love. So what I've ended up with, I suppose, is a box of Joes that I'm pretty keen to keep. They mostly represent gaps in my collection. So they'll go straight into my cabinet and I'll cherish them for the years to come. And I've also got a box of Joes that I'll be looking to move on to other collectors. So whether I sell them online or at a toy fair, we'll see how we go. Some of them are complete. Some of them are a bit beaten up, missing accessories. But I'm sure I'll be able to find a good home for them. I'll probably start by showing you the figures that I'm going to keep. Before I do, I just wanted to let you know that I'm going to record this all in one take, so anything could happen. If the dog starts barking or the doorbell rings, I do apologise. You know, this is just a hobby for me, so I don't fancy spending a lot of time on editing. So we'll just go on one take, and hopefully you can sit back and relax and enjoy what I've got to show you. So best place to start, probably the figures that I'm most excited about, and I've picked up a couple of Sky Patrol figures. One of them is this guy, Static Line. As you can see, he's complete and he's pretty mint as well. So got all his accessories, got his parachute pack, got his helmet here. Yeah, as you can see, he's in really good nick. So really happy to be adding him to my collection. And I also got a drop zone as well, so he's in really good nick too, and a beautiful figure. I reckon one of the better Sky Patrol figures. There is a bit of reuse there, obviously. I think his chest is from the Strato Viper, I reckon, but But yeah, Drop Zone's a really nice figure. That parachute looks like it's never been opened. And I don't intend to open it because it's pretty hard to get those parachutes back into the pack after you've opened them. But yeah, really keen to add those to the cabinet. They're really good pickups. There's Static Line and Drop Zone. Next up, I've got a little bit of Tiger Force here, yeah, one of them is this dude, which I'm really excited about. That's Tiger Force Flint. I've got the standard version of Flint, but I've never had the Tiger Force Flint, so pretty keen to add him to my collection. He's again, he's pretty mint as well, so very happy to have him. Just leave him over there for the time being. What else I got here? I've also found a Gung Ho in that lot. So this is I think version 2 of Gung Ho in his Dress Marines. The best thing about this Gung Ho is that he has the decal on his arm, which is pretty rare. So I'm pretty excited to see that. That sticker there is, well, close to 40 years old. So yeah, it's very, very cool to see one still attached to a figure. So yeah, I'll be looking after him pretty closely. I'll stick him in the cabinet. What else I got here? I've scored myself a hooded Cobra Commander, the mail away version. I'm sort of trying to figure out whether he's in better condition than the one that I already have or not, and I will probably make a decision from there. I think the one that I have has some stress marks in his crutch, so that one may well become a replacement in my collection. So pretty keen to see how that goes. What else have I got here? Oh yeah, I've got a Slaughter's Marauders figure, which is the first Slaughter's Marauders figure that I've ever had, and these are really tricky to find with thumbs and crutch intact. So this is probably opening up a rabbit hole for me that I haven't been down before in collecting the Marauders figures, and that's Spirit. And his Eagle Freedom. So the Eagle's got its feet. The figure's got its thumbs and its crutch, and yeah, it's in really good nick. So pretty excited about that one too. So I'll add him straight to the collection. I'll get rid of these and I'll bring up a few more. Let's have a look here. Put it in the tub that I've got ready to go. So I've got this version of Gung Ho, which I have never had before. So I think he's the last version of Gung Ho from the A Real American Hero line that I was looking to get. So I've got all the other ones. There's one like this with a green vest. There's obviously that version 2 that I showed you before, and the original version 1. So I think there's four versions of Gung Ho. Could be wrong. Tell me in the comments below if I am, but I've never had the one with the red vest, which is really cool. No accessories, unfortunately, in that box, but I'm not too concerned about that because I reckon all the other versions of Gung Ho that I've got are complete. So I'm not too fussed. If I want to take some photos or something, I can swap the accessories out. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Also got a pretty nice looking Nemesis Enforcer. So he's obviously from the 1986 movie. No accessories with this one, so he didn't have his wings or his green tentacles, but I'm still pretty happy to add him into the cabinet. I think I've got Globulus up there. I don't have the other guys. What are the other guys called? I can't remember, but they came in a 3-pack with Globulus and the Nemesis Enforcer. Again, tell me in the comments below. I might find out and chuck it in the subtitles maybe. But yeah, I've got a Nemesis Enforcer, which is pretty cool. Oh, more Tiger Force. Yeah, so there was a Tiger Force Lifeline in the lot, and he's complete. And I'm actually pretty chuffed with this guy because he's actually hard to find as well with an intact crutch. I think every version I've seen for sale recently has had a broken crutch. So the fact that he is complete with all his accessories and an intact crutch is just astounding. So he'll take pride of place in the cabinet as well. I've also got, this is a bit of an oddity, and I've actually given him a spare rifle that I had kicking around. This guy is, I think his name is Whiteout, believe it or not, and he's from the mold of Snow Job, but came out in either the really late 90s or the early 2000s. It wasn't part of the original ARA line from 82 to 94. He came in a 2-pack with a white version of Big Ben, I reckon. So he's pretty cool. I'm going to keep hold of him. He's this nice coffee colour. But yeah, I'll put him with all my Snow Joes in the cabinet. Let me just clear away those ones and we'll get a few more out. Funnily enough, there was a tunnel rat figure in the lot, and he was quite busted up, but he had all of his accessories. I've got version 2 or version 3 of Tunnel Rat, I think it is. So I've added his accessories to my existing figure. I'm undecided whether I want to put those accessories back with the Tunnel Rat figure that was in the lot and sell them all together. I'll give it some thought, but the fact that I don't have any accessories for this guy means I could probably hang on to them. I think he looks good with the version 1 accessories, so we'll see how we go on that front. Another figure that I'm really excited to pull out of that lot, and he's a bit of an odd one, but one that I've been chasing for a little while is this version of Deep Six. I think he's from the Eco Warriors. He had everything included except for that pesky dolphin that he comes with. The dolphin's really hard to find. Not that I'm enamored with the dolphin, so I don't think it's a huge loss that I don't have him, but the fact that I've got the figure is pretty exciting for me too, with the flippers and with his rifle. It's pretty cool. Got another underwater dude here too. This is a 90s version of Wetsuit, and he was actually complete. So he's got both flippers and his rifle there and his helmet, and he's got this little I don't know what you'd call that, maybe a jet ski, helps propel him underwater, complete with the missiles and working missile launcher. So that's Wetsuit. Pretty happy to have him. I've also got this version of Serpentor, which is an interesting version. I've never seen him before. So obviously from either the late 90s or the early 2000s, I haven't looked him up. But yeah, a really cool version of Serpentor. It's the one where the helmet actually comes off, so you can take his back plate off, and then the helmet comes off his head, so you can actually see what Serpentor looks like. He's got a bit of a grumpy face, but yeah, he's a cool figure. I just put some random knife with him because the actual knife wasn't in the lot. But yeah, he's pretty cool as well. So I'll put those down. I'll show you what else I've got here. What else? Oh yeah, yep. So I got a complete version of Falcon. I've had Falcon for a long time, but I was always missing his knife and the aerial for the backpack. So to find that in this lot was a real a real awesome moment for me. Finally been able to complete my Falcon with those commonly missing parts, the aerial and the knife, and the figure's in really good condition too. So yeah, pretty keen to put that one in the cabinet. I also scored a beachhead, so he's missing some of his accessories. I've already got a beachhead, but I'm real cognizant of the fact that Beachhead's crutch is quite fragile, so I'm going to compare him to the specimen that I've got in my cabinet and probably keep the best of the two. So that's a great figure, Beachhead. He's really cool. There was also a complete crankcase in that lot. So yeah, he's really cool. He's often sort of busted up. I don't know why. I mean, he came with the Ore Striker, so maybe he was involved in a few car accidents when kids were playing with the Ore Striker in the backyard. So to find him in relatively good condition with his rifle is really cool as well. So pretty happy to have him. Oh yeah, I got this guy as well. This is General Flag, and I think I posted him to my Instagram already. I've never had a General Flag. He didn't come with all of his accessories, so he was supplied with lots of bits and pieces from memory. The main thing is I've got his hat and I've got his rifle, so that's that's I suppose a good look for him. Yeah, I don't have to worry about all the other bits and pieces. He also came with his file card. This was in the bottom of the box, so there was a full file card back. So yeah, that was a nice surprise. I just leave that up there. Yeah, it was cool to see that in there. So yeah, 4 really good figures there. I think this missile is from General Flag as well. I don't know, maybe you can tell me in the comments. I'm pretty sure that came with General Flag. What else have I got here? So I pulled a Stalker out of that lot as well, and whilst the canoe wasn't there, a lot of the other accessories were. So the canoe was missing, but the outrigger float and the oar and his mask, his rifle and his knife are all in the lot. Some of these parts are kind of tricky to find. So I've used an O-ring to put the oar onto that float and use it as a backpack until I find a canoe. But pretty happy to have him. He's a really nice figure. He's nice, crispy white as well, which is cool. So that was Stalker. I'm gonna keep him. And speaking of Stalker, there was a 90s version in the box that I'm gonna hang on to as well, and it's this one. Whoops, there goes the stand. I told you anything could happen. So yeah, there's a 90s version of Stalker, which is pretty cool as well. He came with, I think, all of his accessories. I'm not sure. So yeah, there's a couple of accessories there, which pretty cool. Speaking of accessories, I picked up a few things that I've been looking for a while. No sign of the figure in the box, but I got a little rifle for Firefly, which I didn't have, so actually pretty happy that I've stumbled across one of them. And I've also got a spare missile for Topside. I was always missing a Topside missile, so the fact that I got a missile now is pretty cool. The other thing that was in those accessories were a couple of polys. So there was a shipwreck figure, which we'll get to soon, but there was a spare poly in there as well with the feet. So yeah, that was amazing. I'm not sure whether I want to keep him or pass him on to someone just yet. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. So it's just about all the stuff that I wanted to keep from the lot. I'm not sure how many figures that is. I'll probably put a counter up on the screen. Yeah, post production. It's the counter's probably already there. So sorry for not introducing the counter. But yeah, I think I've done pretty well there. The other thing that was in the box was this. And if you know G.I. Joe, you know that's the raft that came with Tracker. So I've always had a Tracker figure, and Tracker was in the box. So I'm going to give away this Tracker to a friend of mine who's been looking for one for a long time. So that's going to find a new home at his house. But the other thing that I found in the lot that was quite cool was Tracker's visor. So I immediately took the visor out and I added it to my figure, which was missing the visor the whole time. So now I've got the boat and the visor. I probably just need to look for the paddles and his weapon. But the fact that I got the visor and the boat, probably two of the parts that are pretty hard to come by. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, so let's have a look at some of the figures that I've pulled out of the lot that I have decided I'm going to move on. And there are quite a few beaters in here. Here's an example. Maybe I'll take them out. So I've just packaged these up as sort of 3-packs, and it's probably how I'll look to sell them. There's that tunnel rat beater that I was talking about before. He's quite busted up, so he's not in the best nick. There was also a Tiger Force Psych out. Looks like he's seen better days. I think he's a pretty valuable sort of a figure, but maybe not in this condition, so I'll probably look to move him on. I've also got an Outback. There he is there. So I think that might actually be the wrong chest for him. That actually looks like Hardball's chest, which is a bit funny. So yeah, a couple of beaters there. I'll just put them back in the bag and we'll move on. What else have we got here? Oh yeah, I only just moved on a couple of these, and I've landed myself another one. So that's Torpedo, and he's actually in pretty good nick, which is quite funny. But yeah, well sought after figure, that one. I'll be able to find a home for him, no doubt. Oh yeah, I got a little bit more Tiger Force here as well. So there was a Tiger Force Roadblock. He's in really good condition. So a lucky collector will get a hold of him. The backpack's there as well. And the other Tiger Force one that I've got, I'm looking to move on, is Duke, Tiger Force Duke. So there he is there. He's in really nice condition. So yeah, someone's going to give him a good home. He's really cool. Some more beaters in here. So I mentioned before that I found a Stalker, which I'm going to keep in that lot, but there was also 3 other Stalker figures, which was amazing. I don't know why this person had 4 Stalkers. That sounds a bit funny when you say it out loud, but this one's clearly a bit of a beater. Lots of discoloration there, but the other ones are actually in pretty good nick. So he's a fantastic figure, and I'll be able to move them on as well. What else is in the box here? Let's put this one away. Alright, there was a free fall figure. It's pretty cool. And he's in good nick. No accessories though, and he does have a broken crutch. So another beta that I'll probably maybe look to move on to a customizer or someone who's pretty handy with fix-up jobs. So free fall's a cool figure. Also got this later version of Lifeline, which is a favourite with some people in the community. I think I like the original Lifeline. Yeah, he's missing his microphone, but there are some accessories there. So he got some of his accessories, which is pretty cool. So that's Lifeline. Speaking of Lifeline, just like Stalker, there were 3 Lifeline figures in the lot. I don't know why there were 3 Lifeline figures in here, but as you can see, lots of accessories. They've all got broken crutches though, so yeah, that might have to go to, again, someone who's pretty handy with fixing things up. But yeah, that was a bit humorous. Actually, there was 3.5 Lifeline figures because I found this guy as well. So here's a bag of 6 beta figures, and one of them is Lifeline. As you can see, he's been sort of put together as a bit of a kit bash, and there's some other ones in here. So this is Iceberg with Frostbite's head, which is kind of funny. We've got Dialtone's head on Law's torso and Spearhead's pants. So that's a bit of a fashion statement, that one. We got a bit of Wild Bill / hardball action. A bit interesting. What's here? Tripwire. So that's a real beater. So Beachhead's legs, broken thumb. Yeah, there was that Lifeline, obviously. Looks like he got Cross Country's pants. So another funny one. There's the other part of Cross Country. Looks like Dialtone arms, Cross Country chest, maybe Law legs and crutch, and Wild Bill's head. And funnily enough, there was another part Stalker figure with Chuckle's head, of all things, in that lot. So yeah, I'll probably sell them as a 6-pack of I suppose beta figures for someone who wants to customize. So that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so I showed you before that whiteout figure that came in a 2-pack with Big Ben. Well, Big Ben was in the lot as well. There he is. He's a beautiful figure. So late 90s, early 2000s. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he's really cool. I've already got him though, so I'll be looking to move on Big Ben to someone else. Who else is in here? Oh yeah, there's an Ozone figure. I think it's like the Eco Warriors version of Ozone. So he's a pretty happy dude. I already had an Ozone, so yeah, so no need to hang on to this one. No accessories for him, which surprised me because he got pretty basic accessories: a big chunky backpack and a big chunky rifle and a big chunky helmet. So it was interesting that there was no accessories in there. So so I'll move Ozone on to someone. This is a cool figure. Pretty well sought after as well. He's a bit busted up, and I replaced his O-ring. So he's back in one piece, but that's the Ice Viper. There was no sign of his little knives or his size, I think they're called. But the helmet's there. The logo's rubbed off, which is a bit of a shame. But still nice and white, so I'm sure someone will nab him when I put him up for sale. What else is here? Yeah, so for some reason there was 2 Falcon figures. So this is what's that, the second version of Falcon, I think? Yeah. So this is the Sonic version. So I got 2 of him in that lot. There's some accessories. I think that gun down there is broken. But yeah, still a pretty fun figure. This figure was actually complete, and he's one that's sort of much maligned in the gijoe community. It's old mate Giraffe Pants Leatherneck, and all the accessories are there, which was just unbelievable, because these 90s Joes did tend to come with a lot of accessories. So there's 3 rifles in there, a handgun, a knife, a missile launcher, and a missile. So the fact that he's complete obviously adds value to him, but yeah, he's pretty cool. This one's a bit of a beater, but no doubt I'll find a home for him as well. This is Countdown. He's in not the best shape, but hey, the helmet's there. But that's pretty beaten up as well. But yeah, that's Countdown. We'll keep moving through these. I've only just scratched the surface, so I hope you don't mind hanging around for a while and talk about lots of Joes. There is a beta laser viper in there, so yeah, broken crutch, obviously broken thumb. Got part of his accessories. I know that control arm is hard to find, so I'm sure someone's looking for one of those. But, that's my man, Laser Viper. For some reason as well, in this lot, there were 2 heavy duty figures. So the figures themselves are in really good condition, which is nice, because this guy quite often has a broken crutch as well. But the weapons sort of array is pretty well busted up on both of these. So there's one of them, and there's another. This one's got everything in it. So it's got all the missiles. It's got the what's that? It's like a visor, I suppose, like a sight aiming device, which is broken off. It's always broken off, but yeah, Heavy Duty's a cool figure. I think it's just come out in the classified range, so yeah, no doubt I'll find a home for them. Oh yeah, there was a little Norgahide in there, so I don't think I've thrown up any other Dreadnoks just yet, but yeah, Norgahide, he was in there. He's a funny G.I. Joe, that one. Yeah. Also, oh look, there's another Tiger Force roadblock. So for some reason there was 2 Tiger Force roadblocks in this lot. This one has a broken crutch though, which tends to happen with Tiger Force, so it's a bit of a shame, but no doubt someone will make use of him. What else is here? Got a little bit of Street Fighter. So there's Street Fighter Ryu or Ryu, whichever way you say it. He's actually in pretty good nick. Missing the belt, I suppose. But other than that, he's pretty tight. So pretty cool. Oh, here's a G.I. Joe whose name I've forgotten. I think it might be. The name escapes me. I'm very sorry, but I've already got him in my collection, so I didn't elect to keep this guy. But he's a cool figure. It's very cool. I wish I could remember his name. Maybe I'll put it up in the subtitles again. That'll be funny. What else is here? Oh yeah, I showed off the red version of Gung Ho that I had before. This was the green version. That was also in the lot. I've already got him and complete, so my version's got the flag and the missile launcher and everything else that he came with, so I'll be moving him on. This is one of my favourite 90s figures, this one. This is Keelhaul, which is a really good stand-in for the original Keelhaul if you don't want to fork out the cash for the version 1. The colours are a bit different, so green pants, blue jumper, but this insignia on his back is a really nice touch. It says Ghost Strikers, but yeah, it's the same mould, and like I said, a really good substitute for version 1 if you were looking for a Keelhaul to get into your collection. There's a couple more beaters here. This Sub-Zero, he's in really bad nick. He's coffee coloured, but lots of the accessories are in there, which was interesting. I think he's got a broken thumb or two as well, but no doubt someone will pick him up for the bits and pieces. Also got this guy. It's my spirit animal. This is Xander, complete except for the crutch, which is a shame. I didn't see whether he didn't check to see whether he turns blue in the sun still, but I think most of them do. All the figures that I've come across that have that color changing mode still change color, which is amazing 40 years down the track. So yeah, that's Ronnie Trickshot himself, Mr. Xander. A few more beaters in here. These are just loose figures that I found. So there's a stretcher. I had Stretcher when I was a kid, so he's one of my favourites. There's a 90s Outback, sort of construction worker Outback, and he's seen better days, but no doubt someone will make a home for him. And a Yellowing Ambush. Ambush is a great figure. He looks like he's had one of his eyebrows singed off, which is a bit funny. But yeah, I'll sell them in a 3-pack of beaters. That'll be cool. There was a Sonic dial tone in there, so with a couple of accessories. I think he's just missing the backpack and the satellite dish, but everything else is in there. So he's got 3 rifles in there, and the figure's in really good condition. Yeah, he's going to make someone really happy in the next couple of weeks, I'm sure. Got a complete iceberg as well. So we saw that iceberg before with Frostbite's head, but this one is actually iceberg. So got iceberg's head. It's hard to find these guys in a nice crisp white. So he's obviously a bit brown, a bit yellow, but no doubt because the weapon is there, he will certainly find a home in someone's collection as well. This is a favourite of mine as well. The kids down the road from me when I was a kid had this guy, and he was one of the first that I used to pick up when I went down there for a play date, and that's Muskrat. He's pretty cool. He has the rifle and the machete, but the surfboard or the skimboard or the kickboard, whatever you want to call it, is missing, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, he's in pretty good nick, and I'm sure someone will grab him. Yeah, for some strange reason, there were 3 crankcases in the lot. So there's the other 2. Remember, I had a complete one that I showed earlier that I'm going to keep, but there was 2 others in there, which was just amazing. So maybe this child had 3 ore strikers. Can you imagine that as a kid? Yeah, lucky kid. Yeah, a couple of crankcases. Also got a sneak peek, and this sneak peek he's a bit of a beater. Yeah, he's a bit busted up, but there are lots of accessories there. So his rifle's there, his walkie-talkie's there, and his periscope's there. So I think he's just missing probably the microphone from his face. and something else. I don't know. Maybe that's everything. I don't know. Tell me in the comments. Keep going with some 80s Joes, I suppose. This one is sci-fi, and the figure's a bit played with. Probably easy enough to touch up if someone wanted to improve his look. But yeah, got the backpack and the rifle as well. So he's complete. Here's a cool figure. Lots of people chase this figure. This is Iron Grenadiers. So it's figure only. None of his accessories are around there. Iron Grenadiers are a real army builder, so no doubt that'll be a popular figure when I do come to move them on. There is a complete dial tone in there, original dial tone, 1986 dial tone. So with the backpack, with the rifle. This dial tone was the first GI Joe that I ever had when I was a kid. So I did consider keeping him and maybe putting him on my desk at work, but I thought better of it because I've got lots of GI Joes. There's a 90s version of Beachhead. He's in really good condition, but just no accessories, which was interesting. So yeah, it looks fresh off the card, just no bits and pieces. So he's a cool version of Beachhead. This was pretty cool to find as well. So this is General Hawk, and I mean the figures have probably seen better days. He's a bit beaten up, but all of the accessories are there. So he has the backpack, the gun, and the helmet, which is very cool. So he's a complete figure. Also got a Deep Six, and this is actually the Deep Six from my collection. So I've substituted the Deep Six that I found in the lot with the figure from my collection, because the figure from my collection is quite discoloured, as you can see. So I've got a nice fresh one in my cabinet now, but this one is still complete. So no doubt he'll make a nice home in someone else's collection, which is pretty cool. Let's put him away. There's also a complete downtown, which is very cool. So all the missiles are there. His handgun is there. His helmet, a nice missile launcher. I think it's probably called a mortar launcher rather than a missile launcher, but everything's in there, which is very cool. So I'll move him on. There's a nice complete mainframe in there as well. So his accessories are there. There is a hose, and I think the microphone's kicking around in there somewhere as well. Yep, there it is. It's at the bottom there. So yeah, that's a nice version of mainframe. There was actually two mainframes, so there's another one. I got two there. He's a little less complete though. So yeah, he just got his backpack. This figure was another one of those figures that I had when I was a kid, and that's Salvo. He featured pretty prominently in the Deke series of cartoons, but yeah, he was the third G.I. Joe that I had when I was a kid, and all of his accessories are there. So the mine launcher and all the mines, the suitcase, the rocket launcher, and all the rockets, they're all in there. So that's pretty cool. His helmet's there as well, which I took off initially. So yes, he's a cool dude. Look at him. put him away. Oh, it's hard to fit in the bag with all those accessories. I might just put him down. There's another freefall. This guy's got his crutch, so it's a bit better condition than the other one that I showed you. But he's pretty cool. There's a Pathfinder beta here as well. Looks like someone's gone to town on him with a texter or something. Yeah, he's definitely seen better days. He's got a broken crutch, but no doubt a customizer will grab him. Also got this version of Back Blast. A bit of a tongue twister there, Back Blast. So the figure's in pretty good nick. He's got his knife that you put into his arm, but nothing else. So there was no missile launcher, no ammo belt, yeah, no monocular. But yeah, he's still a cool dude. So that's pretty cool. Also got 2 Slipstream figures, which is a bit strange. So is this implying that this child had 2 Conquest fighter jets because there's 2 Slipstreams? They've both got a bit of nose rub. It's almost impossible to find them without the nose rub. But yeah, there's a couple there. He's a happy dude. Oh, there's a complete Zorana as well. So we had Xandar out before. We also got Zorana. This is the one without the earrings. And yeah, she's probably seen better days as well. But the backpack's there, the crutch is there, and the cool rifle is there as well. So that's Zorana. There's another ambush with some accessories. So it looks like he's got his backpack and a rifle. There's a helmet there as well. So just missing one. Oh no, the other pistol is there. So he's just, I suppose, missing his tent poles and his tent mesh, which is pretty cool. Also got a Colonel Courage with no accessories. He's a cool dude. What else is here? There are 2 recoil figures. So there's one here without any accessories. So that'll just be the figure only. The figure's still in pretty good nick. Got a little bit of paint rub, but yeah, he's pretty cool. And there's one that is complete. So I could barely believe it. The figure is in beautiful condition. But yeah, all the accessories are there too. So his 2 rifles and his backpack with the aerial. He's a cool figure. Probably pretty underrated recoil. So yeah, it was a nice find. There's also this guy in there, who I don't see him come up very often. So no doubt someone will grab him. He's a bit of a beater though. He's got a broken crutch, and that's Cutter. So the old Boston Red Sox baseball cap. He came with the whale hovercraft. So yeah, he's pretty cool. So I had Tiger Force Flint out before, and it turns out that there is a original version of Flint in here as well. Flint's a favourite of many collectors. He's a bit of an everyman, I suppose, in the comic and the cartoon series. So real cool figure, that one. That's Flint. Have a complete repeater. So repeater takes on a bit of that urban camo like Recoil does, and everything's there. So the figure is in really good condition, his backpack's there, and he has his railgun, which obviously connects into his hip in there. So yeah, you get the idea. So yeah, complete repeater. Completer. Sorry about the dad jokes. What else is here? This is a cool figure. Everyone seems to be looking for this figure. This is a Shockwave. Got a little bit of discoloration in the legs, but the crutch is there, and some of the accessories. So got his submachine gun and a backpack there. No knife, no pistol, but still a very cool figure. What else we got here? I have a complete wetsuit with a breather hose. So unusual to find wetsuit with the breather hose and all the other accessories intact. So both his flippers are in there, his backpack, his diving board, buoy, whatever you'd call it, the torch. It's all in there, as well as the breather hose. So that'll make someone very happy, I imagine. There's another downtown figure, this time just with the backpack. Oh, this is pretty cool too. It's pretty chuffed to find this in there. So this is the second version of Storm Shadow. Here's the Storm Shadow that I am familiar with from when I was a kid. And he's complete. So backpack and sword are there. The tattoo's got a bit of rub on it, which is a bit of a shame. But the claw and the bow are both there. So he's a complete version of Storm Shadow. What else we got kicking around in here? We've got Spearhead. So there's Spearhead with a rifle and a helmet, but no max, which is unfortunate. But yeah, he's still pretty cool. Got a complete Blizzard, and Blizzard is actually pretty tricky to complete because it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. So there's the figure, and the figure's in really good nick. He's nice and bright white, which is very cool. But it comes with all sorts of stuff. So he's got the sled / backpack with these handles on it, which always seem to be missing. He's got 2 snowshoes. He's got a pistol and a rifle, 2 skis, and of course a helmet, which looks like something from Star Wars. But he's hard to complete, believe it or not, because he has so many bits and pieces. So, dropped him there. But pretty excited to see him in one piece. And there was actually a version of him in there as well, which was slightly less complete. So the figure's a bit yellow. Looks like it's just got the snowshoes and the backpack and the skis there. So missing some accessories, but yeah, still got some good stuff to come along with him. While we were talking about Snow Joes, pulled out one of these guys. This is Windchill. There he is. So he was figure only, no accessories. He's a nice bright white. So no doubt someone will snap him up. That's a cool figure. Oh, this I could hardly believe as well. And I won't take him out of the bag because this Battle Armor Cobra Commander was in the lot with the breathing tube. I couldn't believe it. So I haven't touched it. I've just put him straight into a baggie because I didn't want to lose that breathing tube. And he's got his pistol there, but no backpack. But the backpack's probably the easiest thing to find. So yeah, having a Cobra Commander with that breathing tube is a bit of a coup. What else we got in here? I've got a couple of versions of Charbroil. So there's one with all of his accessories. So everything is needed in there: helmet, backpack, flamethrower, and the hose. But there was also a Charbroil just by himself. Looks a bit like me. That's funny. So two versions of Charbroil. Um, oh, this is a cool figure too. I feel like I'm saying they're all cool, but yeah, I scored a gyro viper, complete with helmet. I think he was the Mamba pilot, Mamba helicopter pilot. So he's a cool figure. Be able to move him on shore. Still a few more here. Got a Triple T version of Sergeant Slaughter. It's very cool. No swagger stick, obviously. Good luck trying to find one of them. But yeah, Triple T Sergeant Slaughter in good nick, which is good. And while we're talking about Sergeant Slaughter, there is also the Warthog version of him in this lot, which is amazing because he came with the hat. It's kind of tricky to find him these days with the hat, so that was a nice surprise. No doubt he will make someone very happy when I move him on. This is a cool figure. There I go again. So they're all cool. This is a Hydra Viper. So there's the figure himself with the helmet, and all the accessories are there. So got a couple of flippers, backpack, and spear gun. That's pretty cool. Only missing the knife, yeah, which is always hard to find with Hydra Viper, but he's almost as complete as they come. I have a complete hit and run in here as well, which is cool. So there's hit and run. He's a favourite of many a collector, and all of the accessories are there as well. So knife, duffel bag, grappling hook, and the little assault rifle, all in the bag, which is very cool. And cross country. We love cross country. There he is. A Havoc driver. So he was figure only. He didn't come with any accessories originally, so you can say he's complete if you want. There's also a complete Budo in there, which is unreal. Because these size and swords tend to go missing a little bit. So he's got a little bit of rub on his face, but everything's there. The hook's intact, the crutch is intact, both his thumbs. Probably easy enough to touch up those eyebrows if you really wanted to, but yeah, the three swords, the helmet, and the backpack are all in there. Then we've got old mate Crazy Legs. So this Crazy Legs came with the parachute pack, which you can put on him. His legs are a little bit crazy, but he's still a pretty cool figure. The texture on this one is really nice. And his little assault rifle's in there, but not the stock. And the stock seems to be always missing. So it's not uncommon for that extra part to be missing from that figure. There was a Chuckles in his Hawaiian shirt. Cool figure. Just figure only, so no accessories with him. Yeah, still really cool figure. Also got Dogfight, which is the Mudfighter pilot. So Dogfight looks like a Disney character. Best thing about this Dogfight though is he had his pistol, which is a one of a kind. It's a unique pistol, that one. So it's quite commonly missing. So it's Dogfight. What else we got here? Oh yeah, this one's pretty cool. We've got a Dusty, and he's in good nick. So complete with the soft goods and the assault rifle. No bipod, of course, and no backpack. But I mean, just like that figure is fantastic. So sure, someone will grab him. Oh, I had a complete wetsuit before. There's also one in there that's slightly less complete. So just missing the helmet, I reckon, and one of the missiles. So I'll move him on because there was a complete one in there as well. This kid had 2 wetsuits. It was a bit strange. Yeah, but that's cool. This was a good find. I was pretty happy to pull this one out. There was a shipwreck in that lot with another poly. So there was 2 polys in the lot, which was just unreal. Yeah, no doubt he'll find a home pretty quickly. So that's shipwreck. Yeah, coming across more doubles. So there's another wetsuit. So I've got another complete wetsuit. He's in better condition than the one I put up before. But yeah, everything's there. The torch, the backpack, and the kickboard, the flippers, and the breathing hose, which is just amazing. So yeah, I'll be able to move him on, no doubt. We just had version 1 of Shipwreck up. There's also this version of Shipwreck, which is a pretty popular figure from the 90s. I think it was 1994 Shipwreck. So he's the deep sea diver version. He's missing the hose from his mask, but all the other accessories are in there, which is cool. So knife, pistol, rifle, and 2 flippers. So yeah, he's pretty cool. There was also a loose hit and run. So yeah, we had a complete one, but there was also a loose one in there. It's pretty cool. I've sort of, I wasn't sure whether to keep this guy or not. I don't have any of the Shadow Warriors, and I spotted this guy in the lot and thought, oh, maybe I will keep him, but I don't know. I tried running him underwater. He didn't change colour, and the thumbs are broken as well, which is fairly common with these figures. So probably going to move him on. Probably send him to a better home. Probably not a rabbit hole that I want to go down either. So that's Shadow Warrior Slice. Let's just put him away. Sort of getting towards the end here. There was a Copperhead. The logo on that is quite nice, but he has a broken crutch, which was a bit of a shame. But no doubt a collector will be looking for a version with a nice emblem, and I'll be able to find a new home for him. Another favourite of collectors. This is Lowlight. So he's in pretty good nick. As you can see, he has the rifle with the bipod and his backpack. I think he's just missing the Uzi. So almost complete with one of the hard to find bits in there. So that was pretty cool too. Here's a really early figure. We had the Tiger Force Duke come out before, and I'm going to move him on, but we've also got the first version of the Duke as well, so I'll probably find a new home for him. He came with some of his accessories, so the binoculars and the backpack are in there, but no sign of the rifle or the helmet, unfortunately. But Duke like that's obviously a must for anyone's collection. He's very cool. We've got Mr. Psych out. He's only missing one of these radar dishes, but everything else is in there. So backpack, aerial, handgun, and his, I don't know what you'd call this. But yeah, it's all there in the packet except for one of those dishes. So yeah, I don't know. Not sure he's a favourite of collectors, but I'm sure someone will grab him. Then we've got Law, the Kirk Bazigian figure. So there he is there. So he looks like Kirk Bazigian, who was the marketing director at Hasbro in the 80s. Came with order, which is pretty cool. And the helmet. The helmet's there. But no nightstick and no Uzi, which was a bit of a shame. But that figure is in really good condition, so yeah, he'll make someone very happy, I'm sure. Same with the doggy. Doggy looks pretty good too. Arf, arf. Got 4 figures left. So there was another Norgahide, and he came with his hat, but no other accessories. So, but the hat is a good accessory to have. You can give him any sort of weaponry you want if you've got the hat, which is cool. There was also a topside. So I mentioned before I pulled out a spare missile, and that's because this topside was in the lot complete. So his backpack, his missiles, his helmet, his rifle, and his spare missile, they were all in the lot. There was actually 4 missiles in there, so I'm keeping the other missile because mine only has the 2, and it's complete when it has the 3. So he's a cool figure. Not sure about the yellow eyes, but, but that's topside. And last but not least, there were 2 Snake Eyes figures from 1989 in that lot. So there's one that's got a backpack and the bow staff, and he's a bit of a beater, but easy enough to touch up if that's your thing. And there was one that's absolutely complete. So this has the figure, who's in pretty good nick, just missing a little bit of the chrome, but everything's in there. So the sword, the blow gun, the 3-piece staff, the Uzi, and the backpack, it's all in there. So he's a complete 1989 Snake Eyes, which is very cool. So that's all of the figures that were in the lot that I could sort of assemble, put together with some of their accessories or all of their accessories. But I've also got like a big box left over, which is just amazing. So there's all sorts of stuff in here that I've got to sort through at some point. All sorts of accessories. This I've been looking for as well. So my 1985 Snake Eyes didn't have a timber, so there was a random timber in the lot, which is just just amazing. But there's lots of things, like lots of missiles and so on as well. There's lots of helmets, lots of accessories that I wasn't able to put together with figures. So no doubt they'll come in handy for someone. There's all this sort of fodder stuff as well. So I think this is from a play set, maybe a bivouac play set. So there's sandbags and oil drums and so on. Just want to show you in here. So you open this up. There's some missiles in here, as you can see, but there's also a little bit of gold. This is the cover from Firefly's backpack, I reckon. So yeah, it's just crazy that it was kicking around in that box. So there was that, but also this duffel bag here, and I found this particularly random. If I get this duffel bag out, and I mean, you can hear something jiggling in there. If you open it up, you can see there's a big boa breathing hose in there, which is just amazing. Particularly given that there was no big boa in the lot. The fact that, you know, someone's been smart enough to put it into the duffel bag is pretty cool. So there was a little bit of treasure in there as well. Yeah, that's really cool. And that's about it. So all in all, I think I did pretty well for what I paid. Of course, if I can move some of these on and recover some of my outlay, I'll be happy. But the fact that I picked up some really nice figures would offset any sort of overpayment that I might have made. And look, I've been sitting here for an hour, so I won't bore you for too much longer. Certainly running out of things to say. But I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've seen something you like. If you feel like subscribing to my channel, if you haven't already done so, feel free to do so. I do really appreciate that. It sort of gives me motivation to keep doing things like this. Yeah, feel free to slap a like or a comment on the video. I'm sure I've got something wrong. I'm sure I've said something that was incorrect. So feel free to correct me. Yeah, that's all I've got for you. I'm going to go and play with my new G.I. Joes. And I'll see you next time.